Hello. We are back again for another episode. If you're here looking for bookworms who are married, you're in the right place. You found us. Congratulations. Welcome. We have a pretty fun episode. I feel like I say that every week, but that's because we do. They're all fun.
Hopefully you think they are fun.
I know.
We have fun making them. So.
Yes, we're very fun. We're getting a little later start tonight. It's like after 9. I actually had to read the last 25 pages of my book swap book. But I got it done. I got her done.
Yeah.
It was great. I read a ton yesterday. I couldn't quite finish it, so we had a fun night with our kids' school, so I had to finish up. But we're on. I finished it up. It was great. Katie got hers finished.
I finished yesterday.
So stick with us. At the end of the episode, we will share our thoughts on the book swap books. It was fun. It was a fun swap. I think we both liked the books overall, but we'll share our thoughts all the way through.
Yes.
But to start, I'm gonna ask my question.
Okay.
I gotta ask my question. I want those comments from you guys. So leave the comments. So here's the question. Question for today. Are you someone, before you read a book, are you someone who reads reviews on the book? Are you like interested in a book, you hear about a book, you immediately go on Goodreads and you read the reviews before you decide you're gonna read the book or not? I've talked about this quite a bit. That is something I will never do. I refuse to do it. If I wanna read a book, I'm gonna read it. I don't wanna be influenced at all by Goodreads or by people's reviews of the book. I'm gonna read the book, and then after I finish it, I will read the reviews to kind of like, share thoughts with how I'm feeling. What about you?
I do on occasion read reviews, but it's not to like get me to not read it. It's normally after I've still decided to read it, and I'll read it either way. But sometimes I do get curious, like when I go on to Goodreads and either click want to read, or normally it's after I've already clicked reading. Like it's after I've already started the book. So again, it's not like I'm all of a sudden gonna not read it based on some of the reviews that I see, but I'll be like, oh, interesting. Like when I go to click like I'm currently reading, and I'll see what the rating, the average rating is, and I'll sometimes be like, if like it's like a little lower and I've already started it, but I'm like, well, I'm gonna keep reading it and see for myself. I'm not gonna just stop or something, or it doesn't really make me just like choose not to read a book in general, even if I see a slightly lower rating for certain reviews. But I don't know. Yeah,
I remember there was one night I was sitting in on your book club. I was kind of sitting in on it and kind of like observing, and you're talking about what books you're gonna be reading next. Like you're deciding which books you want to read in future months.
Yeah.
And one thing you guys were doing is you were checking the Goodreads review, the average rating on Goodreads.
Yes, and I feel like that was a lot of other people,
and I was
not
like,
me necessarily.
I was like cringing a little bit. I was like,
but that is how some of my friends determine if they're going to even read a book. I've had a friend say that if it does not have a rating above 4 even, or like 3 point something, they won't even read it. And I'm like,
I know that's why.
So no, that doesn't affect me. It does for some people.
So that's why I was wondering this question. Is that something you do? There's no wrong answer. I was just wondering. I know that's something I will never do, because I want to read a book because I want to read it. I don't want. I mean, I am influenced on what books maybe to read from people like us on the interwebs, but I don't want to see their reviews of the books. Really, I don't want to I don't want to read a bunch of reviews, because if I did that for a lot of books, I wouldn't read them, because people have different reviews, and that's the thing. A lot of people hate books that I like.
Yep.
I feel like I like a lot of obscure books, so I'm not going to base my opinions on what people think.
Oh, for sure. I thought it was odd that, it's where I've heard people say they literally will not read a book unless it's like a certain average rating. And I feel like you're maybe shortchanging yourself by, deciding not to, but.
So let us know, is that something you do? Or do you just go with, if a book speaks to you, just read it.
Read it.
And then you can compare notes on the reviews after. That's what I do. I'm always like, yeah, that was spot
I agree
on.
with that or don't
But
agree
that
with
was,
that.
oh, this review is really bad because I liked it.
Yeah.
Especially if I give a book 5 stars, I love to look at the 1-star reviews. You know, it's always
One
those.
star reviews of books I love.
Yeah.
I've made a post about that before. I should do another post about that again.
It was so funny.
Because it's like funny to go down a rabbit hole sometimes to see what people think of certain books.
Or if it's a book
Some,
that
like,
you
really
also
harsh critics.
didn't like and like seeing the other bad reviews. But it's also kind of interesting to look at the good reviews of a book you didn't like. That's just what's so cool about reading.
Yep.
Everyone's got different
Very
views
subjective.
of books and like, you know. But yeah, answer below, comment what you do. I'm interested to hear if you do that or not. Like I said, no wrong answer.
Yep.
So yeah, one thing we didn't do last week was show off our Aardvark books.
Yes, we didn't
because
have them.
we didn't have them yet. But you know what? We have them now.
Yeah, we do.
Woo!
That is exciting.
I know. So we got our books. My books came like 2 days before her box came.
Which is weird because pretty sure I ordered mine before you.
Yeah, it's who knows? That's what Aardvark's the best.
Surprise!
It's like
Yeah.
it's like a surprise
You never
delivery day. So we're gonna go through. We're gonna show those books. We got some good picks. There's a couple special editions in here that are top notch.
Yes. Yep. Yep.
And
One of them is not a current pick. It is from a previous month. I don't know which month that would have been from. I'd have to look back. But we did that as a, not in addition, in place of like a different current pick. So we did not, get all of them, but we got quite a few. And they had 7 picks actually.
so the first 5 books we're gonna show are from their September picks.
Yes.
So as always, if you join the Aardvark Book Club with our code, you could get any of these 5 books for $4.
Assuming they're not sold out. So.
If they're still available. That is,
Yep.
obviously that is a thing.
Yes.
So you can pick any of their monthly picks for only $4 with you first sign up. And then you can do add-ons for $9.99.
Yes, which is
And they're always $9.99 for an add-on, which is awesome for a hardcover book of this high quality.
and free shipping too.
Free shipping.
Yep.
All right, why don't you start it off
All
with
right. Without further ado, this first one is one of their special edition ones, and oh my gosh, it's so cool looking. We did not grab his last book that Aardvark also carried, but this is by Chuck Tingle. It's called Lucky Day. It's like a really short book too, by the way. And oh my gosh, I just love how cool this cover is. And so this is fun. Show this part. It's like
That
what
is-
do they call that? Like a foil.
Just a foiled cover.
And then like here's the back. So that's pretty fun.
That's without the dust jacket. That's
Isn't that
amazing.
cool? So let's see, what would they even call this one? I'm not really sure, honestly, like what category this falls into. Is this a horror pick or is it something else? It doesn't have like a short enough description
No.
to read to you guys. But he seems like an interesting character. Apparently this is like his thing. You can't even see his face. I'd be interested to like pull up, like Google him or something and see if he shows his face in any pictures.
I don't know. He's mysterious.
Likes to be
I love
mysterious. But yeah, it does look really good. I've read the full description of this one, so check it out on Aardvark if you want to read more into it. Another thing that's fun too, by the way, on Aardvark is they let you like taste the very first page, I think is what it says, something along the lines of that. And it'll let you like get a preview of each book, and you can read like the first page, so you get an idea, you know,
of how it starts.
Yeah. And then it gives the description, of course, and then it will have like content warnings if there's anything to consider in that regard. So just another thing to mention about Aardvark that they do.
All right, what's the next one here? Yeah, this one's called Which You Would.
Very punny.
Play on words. By Leah Amador. So this is obviously more on the rom-com. When a young witch gets a life-changing chance to compete in a magical reality show, sparks fly as she's partnered with a man she can't stand.
It's an
enemies to lovers.
Maybe not your jam.
With a little bit of a magical
I'm
twist.
excited for that one.
Yeah, so this is a rom-com, and obviously perfect book for if you need a nice,
like a witchy read.
like a
but
fall-themed rom-com.
Yep.
Probably with a little enchantment.
Yep, some magical realism. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks cute.
Yeah.
Witchy wood.
I know, that just seems like something you'd like. You know, I can't stand the enemies to lovers,
but I think it's got a lot of puns that you would like, though. It's gonna be a punny.
How do you know?
Because that's what I've heard.
Okay, well, that's that is winning some points with me.
Yep.
Yeah, something is brewing for me.
Oh dear.
I don't know.
The next one is called The Wrong Daughter by Dandy Smith. So this is their thriller
that
choice.
one looks good.
And it looks very good. The gripping page-turning new domestic suspense thriller from best-selling author Dandy Smith with a killer twist you won't see coming. Yeah, this looks really, really good. I don't know if you read the full description of it, but I have a feeling this one would be pretty, it would grab you right from the beginning and be pretty fast-paced. I was looking, we always do this, and whenever I open up a new book, whether it's from Aardvark or anywhere else, I look in the first couple chapters to see how long they are.
The first chapters.
I just flip through because I'm always curious. And I feel like these might be
you can always tell by
not super short,
how
but
many
also
chapters are in the book.
Not super long.
You kind of look at how long the book is and how many chapters are in the book, and you kind of do a little division.
Yes, yeah. But that one looks
all right.
looks pretty solid.
Next is another one of their amazing special editions, Local Heavens.
It's such a gorgeous book.
Yeah, so this book was considered to be a retelling of The Great Gatsby, but you gotta see this book. You gotta see this book
without the dust jacket on. It's an ombre.
This is an ombre
cover.
Look at how pretty this is a larger book, so it's extra attractive.
Yeah.
But man, if you can grab this book, if it's still available for $4,
yeah,
that is an absolute steal.
It's the font is kind of hard.
Yeah.
What does it say? A corporate hacker and elusive billionaire, a society trying to survive the American nightmare.
Yeah.
It takes place in future New York City, so 2075.
Yeah.
2075.
So yeah, this one sounds.
It looks really interesting.
Really good. And we both liked The Great Gatsby. I think we read it when we were in high school. So
I still need to reread it.
A nice
as an adult,
retelling could be very, very fun.
I think it's got the kind of content that you're interested
I do like
in.
rich people.
Yes, and it takes place in the future.
Doing fancy things in the future. I know it's is it like a bionic?
Yes, it is.
Arm drinking a daiquiri.
Yeah, or a drink of some kind.
Martini.
Yeah, fancy drink.
I love it. Yeah.
That one looks really good.
If you can grab that one, that would be the one to pick up for $4. That would be an amazing deal.
And then we have Coffin Moon by Keith Rawson. He's also the author of Fever House and The Devil by Name, which I haven't heard of either one of those.
This is the one I'm the most excited about, I think.
Grabs you by the throat and doesn't relent.
Oh, no.
Yeah, this is kind of a cool cover
well.
From the author of the exciting, suspenseful, horrifying Fever House, a Vietnam veteran and his adopted niece hunt and are hunted by the vampire that slaughtered their family. Yikes. And it looks like it takes place in 1975. And let's take a look at the book without the... It's cool.
I think out of these new picks, that'd be the first one I would read.
This looks pretty good.
I haven't really read a vampire book yet.
Yeah, that's good.
So I might be due.
Yeah. Well, Jason Recolak gives a nod of approval on here.
That's good.
Paul Tremblay. I don't know who the person on the front is who said it grabs you by the throat and doesn't relent, but yeah, it looks good in any case. So I feel like this would be another. Is this their horror pick or one of? They had a couple different ones, honestly.
Oh yeah. We're getting into fall.
I think October is going to be even. I'm very
October
excited for
might
October,
be all thrillers. And
right, all thrillers and horror.
All horror.
Something.
All right, so the last one is not one of their September picks, so it is from a previous month. So we did grab this one as well, but it's been on our radar for a while.
I know.
cool.
I was kind of wishing I had grabbed it back when it first became available.
What's cool about Aardvark is if you don't get a book at 1 month, if it's still available, you can grab it months later.
Whenever you decide
which is really cool. So at that point, it'd be an add-on. But it's called Alter Ego by Alex Segura. So this, what it sounds like is like a comic book style writing.
Yeah. Looks cool.
Yeah. But I like, you know,
It has like a, yeah, you should
I like the color.
show the.
It's not a large one. It's got the bumblebee.
I know, it looks
The
like
bumblebee naked cover. So, yeah. So those are the Aardvark picks. If you are a member of Aardvark Book Club, let us know what you got. I love hearing what you guys got. If you're not, sign up with our code and let us know what you end up getting.
Yes.
If you can find one of those special editions, that'd be amazing. But yeah, they got great picks. If you're not signed up yet, you want to sign up for October. October looks like it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
If you're into creepier books.
If that's your jam.
We don't know what they are, but what's cool about Aardvark, throughout the week before they release the books, they have little clues and hints
It's pretty fun.
on like their social
media is
media.
great.
They lay little hints of like comparisons, or like they'll do color combos, and people are really good at guessing what the books are gonna be.
I'm always like, I'm just
we
here
suck
for
at
the
it.
comments. I'm like, I'm here to see all you people figure it out because I have no idea.
But yeah, you don't know exactly for sure until they're released on the first
give
of the
some
month.
fun
But
hints,
they do
yeah.
hints, and people are good at guessing them.
But man, sometimes though they make it really tricky, and even the people who are good at guessing like have a hard time at some point.
They don't want to ruin
Which is
it.
good.
So let us know what you got with Aardvark. We love sharing the books. And which one of those do you think would you read first?
Which one of these?
Yeah,
If I had to choose?
which one would possibly be your first read? I think it'll be Coffin Moon for me. I'm intrigued by that one.
I mean, it's like I'm really drawn to Local Heavens, but because I'm such a mood reader and I want something that's like more for the season, I would be drawn more to the rom-com probably.
Which you
you
would.
would.
That's amazing.
So it'll probably be one that I get to this fall if I'm gonna choose from
I like it.
those.
All right. Well, you know, those are the Aardvark books. That's what we got. But we're on to the main event. If you've been watching with us for a while, if you watched 2 weeks ago, you know we showcased our book swap. We wrapped up books for each other that we have read. We wanted the other person to read. We wrapped them up. We presented them to each other. We opened them. And we gave ourselves 2 weeks to read those books. We did a brief update last week of
We had
how...
both barely started.
Yeah, I think I
actually,
was like
so
60 pages in. You were like 30
I
pages
was
in.
even less than that. Yeah.
So we read these books mostly in the last week. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, I read most of mine yesterday. I think I got like 120 pages in yesterday, which is awesome. But we finished the books.
A rare occurrence.
I know.
You don't really normally get that much time to read in one day.
I'm not
so.
generally good on reading on a deadline, so I was very relieved to finish the book. But we did it. So we're going to share our thoughts. Let's show the books right off.
Yep, so this is the one I
I
read.
know, Bat Eater, and then I read September House. So kind of both, you know,
Good for the season, I
themed
think.
fall books. Obviously, we are September 15th, the middle of September
go.
right now.
It's funny because I actually had like, you know, when you have like your memories pop up or whatever, and I think I showed you that like in my stories, it showed that like 2 years ago, like right now, I was reading that.
You're starting that book?
So,
Yeah.
Yep. So it was funny to hear him like tell me certain things or where, you know, the parts that he was at and telling me what was happening. And I was like, oh my gosh, yeah. So, and it did come right back to me once he said it, but it's like, I've clearly read a ton of books since I read that 2 years ago. So I didn't remember like all the details by any means, but I was like laughing at some of it because it is actually kind of like, in a weird sense, funny. I was like, it's like dark humor, I think.
Yeah.
That's what I felt like that
All
book
right.
was.
Let's not
mostly.
talk too
Oh,
do you want to start?
We're not going to talk too much about it. I mean, you
Well,
want to share your specific
yes,
thoughts on
you-
it. Okay. But I just feel like that is what that book is, right? I mean, that's
Yeah.
what I would call it.
I think it's
this one.
It's like 5 different genres.
I mean, I feel like you even described this one as kind of being dark humor as well, a little bit.
Oh yeah, there's definitely humor into it.
Yeah, I found myself laughing a little bit at the beginning, but then as I got further along, I found it less and less funny. I should say. Yeah.
Understandably.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, I can share my general thoughts on this one without giving anything away, obviously, because you should read it too.
This is spoiler-free content.
This is always spoiler-free
We
content.
try our best.
But yeah, Bat Eater and Other Names for Corazang, a very long title for this book. But yeah, it did say if you're a fan of The Eyes Are the Best Part that you would also probably like this one, and I found that to be true. We both liked that book as well, so if that is one that you have read, I would suggest picking this one up for sure. It does have longer-ish chapters, so I will say that. If you also like short chapters like we do, it does not have that, but it still is like a relatively short book. But yeah, I was like super into it like the whole time. This was a book that I kept wanting to come back to. I was very drawn in, so Corey did a good job having me pick this one, even though I would have planned to read it eventually, but maybe not right at this moment. So it was good that I did. I don't advertise star ratings on Instagram anymore, but I will say here with you guys, I landed at 4.5 stars on this one.
4.5.
So that was my rating, if you want to know that. The content matter is pretty heavy as it takes place, right in the heart of the COVID pandemic. And Cora is Asian American. And so, of course, like she and her sister and the Asian community are, treated horribly. I mean, there's a couple different instances in the book where you just cringe and feel absolutely, horrified by, what a couple people do or say. So that's clearly a big message of the book. Bat Eater is a term that she was called, a name that she was called at one point. But yeah, the book starts out with like immediately capturing your attention. I looked over at Corey and I was like, oh wow, that's like the intro to the book. So,
yep.
So yeah, I will not share what that is. However, I do think it says in the description, so I wouldn't be ruining anything. But still, read it for yourself. I feel like you're gonna want to keep reading. But yes, it's sad. It makes you angry. It makes you think. But yeah, I did find myself laughing at some of the absurdity of it all. If you like ghosts, it has that going for it as well.
Hungry ghosts.
Hungry ghosts specifically. I would say if you're squeamish, maybe there's a couple parts in the book that might make you like kind of cringe a little bit. But I feel like overall it's pretty. You can manage it. I don't know what everybody's specific tastes are. So it's hard to say for sure.
Your tolerance level for
everybody could handle this book, but yeah, you'd have to decide that for yourself. But yeah, just don't want to give anything away, but we'll say there are a couple parts in the book that are somewhat descriptive as to what's going on.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I felt like there were a couple pretty big twists towards the end. I felt like the middle part was a little slower, so that's really the only reason I gave it 4.5 instead of 5, just because it didn't lose me, or I didn't lose interest, but it just slowed down. So I felt like, but then when it picked back up again towards the end,
the last 50 pages are complete bonkers.
Yes,
I mean, really. Just a lot happens.
Yeah, like a lot. It's kind of
a lot of crazy stuff happens in the last 50 pages.
And it was to where because yesterday I hadn't intended to, but I just was on a roll and I couldn't put it down after I got to a certain point in the book.
And that makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah, I highly recommend this one. I'm glad I read it and that this was the one you chose for me.
So it was a good pick.
It was a good
You're
pick.
happy with my selection?
I'm happy.
4 out of 5 stars.
4.5.
4.5.
I gave it 4.5.
See, that's pretty good. I did decent.
Yep.
I did decent. All right, on to my pick, The September House by Carissa Orlando. So as Kitty said, she read this book 2 years ago, so kind of a while ago. And I just finished it literally an hour ago.
Right before we came on.
So this book, there's a lot to this book. I think you could span it maybe 5 or 6 genres. It has a ton of genres. I wouldn't say it's really. I don't think the horror element of this book comes into the last like 30
Towards the end.
pages.
Yeah.
It really, most of the book really is more of a mystery. They're looking for their husband or father, depending on the characters. He's gone missing.
Yeah.
And they live in this house, and there's a lot of crazy things happening in the house that happened during the month of September. And there's these pranksters. They call them pranksters. There's these
Or tricksters? Do
Pra-
they call them
pranksters.
too? Or is it just okay? It's just
who are just
pranksters.
doing these crazy things in the
Okay.
house. Like the house is bleeding.
The walls,
and-
they're bleeding.
You know, the maid ghost is leaving things in weird places, and there is living with this house. And then there's a very creepy guy who lives in the basement. So they just keep the basement boarded up, and just don't go down there. But I would say this book is pretty slow. Overall it reads very slow, but it is interesting. It's interesting, slow, and there's a lot of psychological elements to it. For a lot of the book, I wasn't sure if these things were actually happening or not. And even till the last 30 pages, you still are wondering, are these things happening or not? I think I didn't like the ending at all. I thought I could have seen a lot better ending. I wish it would have ended where it was not happening. I think it would have been better if it ended just as like it was all in her head this whole time. It's not how it ended. I don't want to give it away, I'm giving that away a little bit, but that's what I was hoping for.
Yeah.
I thought the ending was pretty bad, to be
I don't
honest.
remember how it ended, so.
It was just, the ending was very over the top. The last 30 pages were very over the top, it was fun to read. It was fun to read, but just not what I was expecting.
Yeah.
I did land on 4 stars. I'm going to give the 4 stars, mostly because
That's what I gave it to.
mostly because it was slow. It was intriguing. I think it could have been better. But I was overall very amused by it. It was very funny.
Yeah.
It was very crazy, over the top.
Yeah.
Which
I think was on purpose, Like
Yeah.
that's kind of the,
It's a great fall read. I think it's a fun fall read. Overall fun. There is a lot of gore to it. There is some very descriptive gore.
Yeah.
Tons of swearing. There's a lot of F-bombs. I don't know if you're into that or not. And there are some like elements that, trigger warnings that you may want to look into before you read it. But it was a good ride.
I thought it was unique. That was
Yeah.
my word for it.
It was an overall good ride. It was unique. Yeah, it had a lot going for it. If you like any genre, it's probably in this book. I would say with, past the romance element.
See, I don't really think there was any
But-
of that. Yeah.
So it was a good read. I'm glad Katie selected this one for me. I enjoyed it. It was on the longer side. Chapters were super long.
So most of them were.
Oh my goodness, like 20, 30 page chapters. And if I'm being nitpicky, the font was very not bold enough for me. I'm very picky. But I landed on 4 stars. I didn't write my review on Goodreads yet, but I will, because I just finished it. I did do the 4 stars. I will write more of a review. So after I finished it, I did go on and I read the reviews. And I think a lot of them were spot on. You had a lot of the people like this book was horrendous. A lot of people like best thriller book I've ever read.
Yeah.
Like one of the best written books I've ever read. So that's why I love reading. I love books because it's up to each person.
Yeah.
I think it's
a book
I
for
think it's
everyone.
brilliant.
There's books that don't work for people and books that definitely
So,
worked.
I know I actually did see that some people were reading this book with me,
Yeah.
which was so fun. So let me know what you thought, because I liked it. I liked it overall. 4 stars. That's good. I'm a generous reviewer. I maybe could have done 3.5.
I was gonna say, listening to you talk about it makes me feel like your review should be less than 4 stars.
Well, maybe we'll say 3.5, round it
I
up
don't
to
think
4.
you liked it as much as I did.
3.5, round up to 4. Yeah, I was just so disappointed with the ending. I really was. Right when I thought it was gonna end in a way, things just got off the walls. Like literally.
Yeah, I do think the ending was like over the top, but I just feel like that was on purpose. I feel like that was the style of the book.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
This book is meant to
It's
be
like it's satirical.
satire.
It's a satire.
It's meant to be dark, that dark humor, and a lot of it is between like relationship between mother and daughter. That's a big part of the story. and just also like when your mind plays tricks on you,
Mm-hmm.
and like the effects of a broken family,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and just how like it affects you in such a way.
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, check this one out. If you're looking
It's a
for
really interesting
a
read.
fun
Something
read,
different, I
yeah,
feel like.
fun read for fall.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so after I finished that book, I wanted to share with you guys what I'm gonna be reading next. If you got any guesses, what do you think?
Now's your
You may know because I'm trying to stay on top of my plan, which is not always the case. I finished the September House, so I'm now going to be starting a new book because I'm only reading one book at a time right now, which has been great. I've been reading this book here, one that has been highly recommended, and I first got turned on to this book when I was reading the book Dead Money, because this is one of the books that it gives a little nod to. Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. This will be my first really take on sci-fi. I mean, I've had a little taste with sci-fi.
It felt like a sci-fi thriller.
Sci-fi
I don't know.
thriller.
Still, I read the back of it before we started because I needed to refresh
And
my brain on what it's
Yeah,
about.
a mind-blowing sci-fi suspense love story mashup. And
Yeah.
I like that it is something you can watch on Apple TV because that'd be fun.
You know what I noticed too is that I could listen to it with Penguin
Mhm.
Random House, so I could like
My
I could
initial,
do the audiobook.
yeah, and this is a nice
And then
paperback.
you can watch it on Apple.
Everyone
TV.
knows I prefer reading the paperback.
There you go.
I mean, initial thought, I opened it up, the font's really small.
Uh-oh.
But it's not a huge book, which is great.
You're gonna have to deal.
But I'm excited about this book. It's actually about the same length as this book, about 340 pages. Obviously a lot smaller, a little more compact.
Mm-hmm.
But I've heard a lot of good things about this book, and it's gonna be a different read for me. Very different. I think it would be a good read for this time of the year as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to read it. Check it out on Apple TV, because that'd be good.
So you might have to do it along with you.
I
Because I
know.
could listen to it on audio.
And this is a book that got sent,
If I'd like it on audio.
that somebody sent to me, which was very nice of them.
Mhm.
I love
From our
receiving.
wish list.
I love when people send books.
Mhm.
It's so nice of them.
Mhm.
But so here's your reminder. If you want to read this book with me, I'm starting it tomorrow.
Mhm.
I'm starting it tomorrow. Keep track on Goodreads of how I'm doing. I'm a slow reader. I honestly am a slow reader. I try to read a book every 2 weeks. So finishing the September House in a week was a feat. I did it though. But I've been reading more. I've definitely been reading more. I think I could get to a point where I can read 3 books a month. I've been averaging 2 books a month, but I think I can get to a point with how my pace has been going up, maybe 3 books a month. That'd be amazing.
There you go.
But, we'll see. We'll see how I do. So I'm excited to start that one tomorrow. Not tonight because it's already getting kind of late.
Yeah, yeah.
What about you? Where are you at?
I'm just going to talk about at least one of the books I'm currently reading.
One of them.
I'm not reading a ton of books, actually.
I know, I'm proud of you.
Shockingly.
Very proud of you.
Yes.
Doesn't it feel nice?
It does, because it's not as overwhelming.
Yeah.
And I'm forcing myself not to start anything new until I finish this book right here. So I have quite a bit of headway still. This is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E.
That's
Schwab.
the special
This is
edition.
a special edition. It's very pretty.
Does it have a special cover?
It does, actually.
Oh my
It's very
goodness.
pretty. So there's the front. Almost looks like Hunger Games-esque, actually, I noticed.
Oh, like a Mockingjay.
Uh-huh. And then the back.
I didn't know that book was so glorious
It's
looking.
lovely. It says, I remembered you on the back. Yeah, I don't have like a huge opinion on how I feel about this quite yet because it is a longer book. It is almost 450 pages actually, which is pretty long for me. And I am at like 120-ish pages. So I mean, yeah, I have a decent start, but I have decent amount to go before we discuss this for virtual book club on Sunday. So I have
Sunday.
I have less than a week to finish this. I feel bad that I did not talk about this sooner because unless you're a super fast reader or maybe you want to give it a go on audio and you could get through it faster that way, you're welcome to join us on Sunday, but I know that's a little bit more last minute to let you know about it. I did post about this on Instagram, so if you follow us there, I did have a post up earlier on, letting people know that this was our September book. But yeah, it's got like a really pretty ribbon bookmark too for this one. This is a really popular book though. So speaking of like higher rated books on Goodreads, lots of people love this book. I've not read anything by her besides this. So this is my first book by this author. But yeah, this is like a fantasy like time travel book. And it's really interesting. The concept is very interesting.
We've had that book for a long time. Like,
So
it's
it was
been on our
about
shelf
time.
for a long time. So I'm glad your book club is doing it.
It says, in the vein of The Time Traveler's Wife. So there you go. That was a book I actually really loved a while back, and I loved the movie as well. And Life After Life. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue is New York Times bestselling author V.E. Schwab's genre-defying tour de force. A life no one will remember, a story you will never forget. So... this is actually a very short description. I could read it. France, 1714. In a moment of desperation, a young woman makes a Faustian bargain to live forever and is cursed to be forgotten by everyone she meets. Thus begins the extraordinary life of Addie LaRue, in a dazzling adventure that will play out across centuries and continents, across history and art, as a young woman learns how far she will go to leave her mark on the world. But everything changes when, after nearly 300 years, Addie stumbles across a young man in a hidden bookstore, and he remembers her name.
In a bookstore?
So, it's got, very interesting premise.
Time travel.
If you like time travel. But yeah, join us if you happen to be a fast reader and can get this done by Sunday. Or if you've already read this book and you remember enough about it and want to join us in the discussion too, that would be great. But
reach out if you want to join the virtual book club. I am not.
He's not participating
consistently.
In this one,
I was for a little while.
Yeah.
I may tune in for certain books, but like I've said, I'm not a good book club person.
Yeah, reading on a deadline.
I mean, it doesn't make sense. I can't read a book in a month, but yes.
It's because you want to read what you want to read. So if there's another book thrown in there that you're like mildly interested in, and then you'd have to. It would take the place of a different book. That's your issue.
Once you guys pick a book I want to read, then I'll jump.
One that you really want to read.
Then I'll jump in. So
thought you were considering joining for our in-person book club.
You're right. That is an option still.
I have I'm not showing it tonight, but a different, it's an Aardvark book actually. And I don't know if it's still available with them or not, but it'll be one that I'm doing with my in-person book club that Corey at one point considered.
It's called Ghost Station. It's
like
kind of a
sci-fi horror.
Yeah, it's like a space horror.
Space horror.
It sounds crazy.
Yeah, it does sound really interesting.
So if you want to join the virtual book club, you can join it with Katie. Just reach out. We can get you. We do most of that through our Patreon.
Yeah, which is free to join.
Which is
you
free.
Just create a free account.
And you can vote for the books on there and just talk about the book. And we set up the meetings.
Yeah, we chat between meetings there to kind of see we'll talk about, I started the book. I like it so far. We'll even just talk about other fun bookish things in there, but then we meet on Google Meet for the actual discussion. So
that's what we got for you guys today. We did want to do one thing of housekeeping. We have been so far doing one video a week. We have been doing these, film them on Monday, post them on Tuesday, our long form videos, but we're hoping to start doing 2 videos per week. So we'll do this monthly or this weekly video, the longer one, and then at the end of the week we're hoping to do kind of a shorter video, more focused, maybe like 15-minute video. So we're gonna film that this week. So we're gonna start doing 2 videos a week. Hopefully that's cool with everyone. If not, let us know. We'll go back to 1. I know. We are on the verge of monetizing our account. We have hit phase 1 of monetization, which is amazing.
That's pretty exciting.
So we want to hit phase 2. My goal is by Halloween, so that's amazing. So we want to start doing 2 videos a week. So we love doing these videos, and interaction has been amazing. I know I make you guys answer questions in the comments, but regardless, the interaction's been great.
Thank you for
please comment.
Interacting.
If you're still watching, please comment. So this end of this week, we're gonna do a video. We're gonna be doing a segment called "Will You Read It?" I'm not gonna say too much about it because I want you guys to watch the video. But I'm gonna pull 10 books off our shelf, and we're gonna ask a simple question to each other: will you read the book? Will you read it? So that'll come. We'll hopefully film that video this week, post at the end of the week, So be prepared for 2 videos per week,
Mm-hmm.
because come on,
Yeah.
who doesn't want to see more of this?
Yeah, right.
I mean, I don't, but you guys want to, so we're going to do it for the fans, like they say in
Yeah.
K-pop Demon Hunters. It's for the fans.
For the
It's for
fans.
you guys. So thank you for watching. Sorry, this is so long.
We'll see you next time.
We'll see ya.